Hello Soha, Dhaval here. Hope so you completed these 3 questions that you sent me in the last time, but you have not been able to complete it or solve these questions. So starting from the question number 1, write the equation of a line that is perpendicular to the line y is equals to minus 3 and determine the slope of that line. We have to find a line that is perpendicular to the given line, and the equation for the given line is y is equals to minus 3. What do we mean by the equation y is equals to minus 3? If we see this in a graph paper, suppose it is an x-axis, here it is an y-axis. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So here, according to this equation, the line given will be y equals to minus 3. This is the line which represents y is equals to minus 3. It means it doesn't change the value for any of the values of the x. It will remain y is equals to minus 3. If I want to find a line which is perpendicular to the given line, then it can be any of the line which is perpendicular. Perpendicular means it must be forming a 90-degree angle with the given line. It must be forming a 90-degree angle with a given line. There are infinite number of lines possible which is perpendicular to the given line. See, I can find the infinite number of lines which is perpendicular to the given line, and each of the line represents x is equals to something. X is equals to something. But we have 4 options. X is equals to minus 4. X is equals to minus 4. Yes, obviously x is equals to minus 4. On this side it will be x is equals to minus 4. And m is undefined. M means slope. M means slope. What do we mean by a slope? What do we mean by a slope? What do we mean by a slope of a line? Slope of a line means take any 2 point on the line. Take any 2 point on the line, and suppose the coordinates of the points are, suppose there is a point A having the coordinate minus 2 comma 4 and having the coordinate, and another point having the coordinate minus 2 comma 7. Taking this one as x1, taking this one as y1, this is the x2 coordinate and this one is the y2 coordinate. If we have taken these 2 points on any line, then if I want to find the slope, slope means m, then we have the formula y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What is y2? 7. Minus y1? 4. What is x2? Minus 2. What is x1? That is also negative 2. So that is negative 2 minus negative 2. That will be equals to 7 minus 4, and this can be negative 2 plus 2. That will be equals to 3. 7 minus 4, 3 over 0. Negative 2 plus 2, that is 0. And this will be equal to undefined. This can be called as undefined. So what do we mean by undefined? Undefined means its denominator is 0. Its denominator is 0. So we can call it as undefined. It cannot be found. We cannot find the value of this thing. Here the slope is undefined. Here the slope is undefined. Otherwise, what can be the thing? If here it is 3, 4, here it is minus 2, 4. So what will be the slope? What will be the slope? Slope will be y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. What is y2? 4. Minus 4, and x2 is negative 2 minus 3. So that is 0 over negative 5, and that will be equals to 0. Here the slope is 0. Here the slope is 0. So the simple thing is, if the y coordinates are same, then the slope is 0. If x coordinates are same, then the slope is undefined. The slope is undefined. Clear? Simple. If y coordinates are same, then the slope is 0. If the x coordinates are same, then the slope is undefined. Clear? Now again, moving back to the question, moving back to the question, we need to find a line. We need to find a line which is perpendicular to the given line, and the given line is y is equals to -3. Again drawing a graph, y-axis, x-axis, y-axis, x-axis, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. See, we have a line y is equals to -3. Y is equals to -3, that is -1, -2, -3. So here is a line which is given, and we need to find a line perpendicular to it. There can be many possibilities that infinite number of lines can be found which is perpendicular to the given line, but we need to answer from the given option. Starting from option D, y is equals to 5 and m is equals to 0. Y equals to 5 and m is equals to 0. What is y is equals to 5? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So here there will be a line y is equals to 5, and it is parallel to the given line, but it is not perpendicular. We need the perpendicular line. So option C and option D are cancelled, as it is given in the form of y is equals to something. Now x is equals to 1 and m is equals to 0. X is equals to 1 here. So now x is equals to 1. What do we mean by x is equals to 1? So it is perpendicular. Yes, it can be perpendicular. Now what about the option A? X is equals to -4. 1, -1, -2, -3, -4. So here it can be x is equals to -4. It is also perpendicular to the given line. Here this line is the given line, y is equals to -3. This is the option A, where x is equals to -4. This line is x is equals to 1. But here m is undefined. And where can be x is equals to undefined? Then and only then if the values of the x coordinates are same. And what is the x coordinates are same? Here all the x coordinate will be 4. Take any point, the coordinate of that point will be 4 comma something. Here also the coordinate will be 4 comma something. Clear? Here also the coordinate of a point will be -4 comma something. Clear? Each and everywhere the x coordinate is -4 on the line. Why? Because m is undefined, and when m is undefined, the slope is undefined. It can be undefined when and only when all the x coordinates are same. If y coordinates are same, then x is equals to 1 and y coordinates are same, then this cannot be a line, because here all the coordinates, x coordinates are same. So here also m should be undefined, but here it is given that m is equals to 0, and when m is equals to 0, it should be parallel to the given line. So the correct answer is A. Why? Because x is equals to -4 and m is undefined. Clear? Sure. Now moving on to the question number 2 and question number 3. For here we need to learn the topic that is known as arithmetic progression. It is the question of a topic known as arithmetic progression. So what do we mean by progression? Progression means it is increasing or decreasing. It is moving. There is some progress in it. And it is arithmetic progression. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. There is another thing. 1, 3, 8, 9, 10, 17, 19, 20 and so on. There can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. there can be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 and so on. There can be 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 12, 13, 15 and so on. See, there are few series in which they are arranged in the increasing order. So the first thing, so here the first one is known as the first term, second one is known as second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term, sixth term, seventh term. Here it is first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. See, there is any sequence, there is any perfect order in which they are increasing. There is something common in the first series, yes, each and every term, each and every consecutive term is increased by plus 2. 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10, 10 plus 2, 12 plus 2, 14. So in the first sequence, each and every consecutive term is increased by 2. It is increased by 2. Now in the second sequence, the first term plus 2 gets the second term. Second term plus 5 gets the third term. Third plus 1 gets the fourth term. Plus 1 fifth term. Plus 7 sixth term. Plus 2 eighth term. Plus 1 ninth term. And we cannot find how we can get the 10th term, because there is not a proper manner in the increasing order of the terms. So this sequence cannot be propagized, that we cannot find the 11th term or the 12th term or the 10th term of this given series, but we can find the 10th term, first term, second term, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Now the 8th term will be 16, 9th term will be 18, 10th term will be 20, 11th 22, 12th 24, 13th 26. We can find the terms of this sequence, but we cannot find the sequence of this one. Why? Because there is nothing common in between them, but there is a common difference of 2. There is a common difference of 2 in the first series. Can we find the nth term or any of the term in the third sequence? Yes, we can. Why? Because there is a common difference of plus 1 in each of the term. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5. If you want to find the 18th term, we can guess 6 plus 1, 7, plus 1, 8, plus 1, 9, plus 1, 10. The 18th term will be 18. Why? Because the first term is 1, second term is 2, third term is 3, fourth term is 4. Then the 18th term will be 18. Why we can find this? Because there is a common difference of plus 1 between this thing. Now, what about the fourth sequence? Is there anything common between them? Yes, there is a common 3 plus 3, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 3, 12 plus 3, 15 plus 3, 18 plus 3, 21, plus 3, 24, plus 3, 27, plus 3, 30. We can also find that. What about the fifth one? 3 plus 2, 5, plus 1, 6, plus 2, 8, plus 1, 9, plus 3, 12, plus 1, 13, plus 2, 15. There is no perfect pattern, or there is no common difference between the consecutive terms of the last sequence. The sequence having the common difference, exactly the same common difference between each of their consecutive terms, is known as arithmetic progression. So out of these 5 sequences, which of them are considered as arithmetic progression? The first one can be considered as arithmetic progression. The third one can be considered as arithmetic progression. The fourth one can be considered as arithmetic progression because they have a common difference. Here the common difference is of plus 2, here the common difference is of plus 1, here the common difference is of plus 3. The second and the fifth sequence cannot be considered as a arithmetic progression because they are not arithmetically progressive. It means they do not have any common difference. Clear? Now, what if I want to find, or I want to write theoretically the arithmetic progression? Arithmetic progression starts from somewhere, and that thing is known as the first term of the arithmetic progression. It do start from somewhere. It do start from 1, it do start from 2, it do start from 10, something. So it can be called as a arithmetic progression. So we represent A as a first term. Suppose we represent A as a first term and we represent small d as a common difference, Suppose A is the first term of arithmetic progression and D is the common difference. Then what can be the first term of AP? Suppose it is A. Now what can be the second term? Second term will be A plus D. What can be the third term? A plus 2D. That will be equals to A plus D plus D. Now adding D on the third term, we get the fourth term. A plus D plus D plus D. So that will be A comma. Second term will be A plus D. Third term will be A plus 2D. Fourth term will be A plus 3D. Now fifth term will be A plus 4D. Now can you find out what will be the 17th term? What will be the 17th term? If the first is A, second is A plus D, third is A plus 2D, fourth is A plus 3D, fifth is A plus 5D, then the 17th term will be A plus 16D. The number of term minus 1 into D. A plus number of the term minus 1 into 16D. So if you want to find the nth term, then we have a formula A plus n minus 1 D. We have a formula to find the nth term. If you want to find the nth term, then we have a formula A is equals to nth term is equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. We have nth term is equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. Clear? Sure? See, this is the formula of finding the nth term of any given arithmetic progression. To find the nth term of any given arithmetic progression. See, now moving on to the question number 2. A sequence can be generated by using the f of n is equals to f of n minus 1 minus 3, where f of 1 is equals to 8. Here the first term f of 1 is given is equals to 8. But how it can be found? The formula of finding the nth term. Formula for finding the nth term is given here, f of n minus 1 minus 3. Clear? Now I have the first term. 8. I want to find the second term. It means I want to find f of 2. F of 2 is equals to, we have to put n is equals to 2. We have to put n is equals to 2. That is f of 2 minus 1 minus 3. That will be equals to 2 minus 1, that is f of 1 minus 3. What is f of 1? F of 1 is given here, that is equals to 8. 8 minus 3, and that will be equals to 5. So the second term will be 5. Now the third term can be found as f of 3. F of 3 is equals to, we have to put n is equals to 3. F of 3 minus 1 minus 3, that will be equals to f of 3 minus 1, that is f of 2 minus 3. What is f of 2? F of 2 is 5, that is 5 minus 3, and that is equals to 2. Now what about f of 4? Is equals to f of 4 minus 1 minus 3, and that will be equals to f of 3 minus 3. What is f of 3? F of 3 is 2. 2 minus 3, that is equals to minus 1, that is negative 1. So 8, 5, 2, negative 1 is the answer of the second question. Because the formula of finding the nth term is given here. Clear? Now the third question. Moving on to the third question. Read it out. A sequence containing the term A2. A2 means second term. Second term is given here, that A2 is equals to 17. A2 is equals to 17. A4 is equals to 41. A7 is equals to 77. And I want to find the formula that represents the nth term. Clear? So I have the formula for finding the nth term that I have shown here. that is a plus n minus 1 into d. I have a formula for finding the nth term, that is a plus n minus 1 into d. Nth term can also be represented as Tn. It can be also represented as Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 d. Is there any option such as a plus n minus 1 d in the given options? No, there is no such a option a plus n minus 1 into d. There is only n. So we need to find the value of a and d. We need to find the formula of answer of a and d. But we have the second term, value of second term. Second term is T2 or A2 is equals to a plus n is 2, that is 2 minus 1 into d. What is 2 to second term? What is second term? Second term is 17. 17 is equals to a plus 2 minus 1 d, that is a plus d is equals to 17. Suppose let it be the equation 1. Now let us try for the second one. Now fourth term a4 is equals to a plus 4 minus 1 into d, 4 minus 1 into d, because it is the fourth term, therefore n is equals to 4. Now what is a4? That is 41. 41 is equals to a plus 4 minus 1, that is 3d, that is equals to 3d. Now I have the equation number 2. See, we have two variables a and d. We have two variables a and d. Can you solve that? From equation 1 and 2, you can find the value of a and d. You can find the value of a and d. By solving equation 1 and 2, we get that a is equals to 5 and d is equals to 12. If you will solve this equation 1 and 2 by eliminating method or any of the given method or any of the method that you have learnt, you will find that a is equals to 5 and d is equals to 12. A is equals to 5 and d is equals to 12. Putting this value of a and d in this equation, then we can get that 5 plus n minus 1 into 12. 5 plus n minus 1 into 12. Therefore, the nth term can be found as 5 plus 12 into n, that is 12n minus 12. That is 12n minus into minus 1 into 12, that is minus 12, negative 12. Negative 12 plus 5, that is negative 7. So that is 12n minus 7, 12n minus 7. And I hope so that this will be the option given in the question. So 12n minus 7, 12n minus 7 will be the correct answer for the third question. Hope so you got all the three questions, all the methods of all the three questions and the correct answers of the three questions. Thank you.